Hello and welcome to FB Dialogues. We have two special guests. Amitabh Kant doesn't need any introduction, and Tidhar Wald from Better Than Cash Alliance. Thank you both for joining us. Mr. Kant, we have seen what you've achieved in the last 2 to 3 years on digitization as well as financial inclusion. What are the next frontier, according to you, in the next 2 years?
Well, the next frontier is much more disruption as we go along. Our objective is to accelerate the pace of transformation, push for a greater level of digital payments. And this would mean that providing huge amount of opportunities for the 1,000-odd fintech players in India. So you've suddenly had a lot of innovation in terms of QR codes. You have suddenly a huge amount of innovation, not merely in terms of lending, but in terms of data, in terms of data analytics, in terms of ensuring that we are able to use this vast amount of public platform that has been created, which is not merely the Aadhaar, but the unified payment interface at the back, which allows all these transactions to take place very smoothly, but to ensure that we keep pushing for paperless, cashless transactions as we go along, and that will bring in greater amount of efficiency. What you will see with this number of new payment bank licenses, the cost of acquisition has fallen very radically. 170 million acquisition in 3 to 4 months' time, the cost of acquisition has fallen very rapidly. So India is in the midst of a huge transformation. India is in the midst of a huge disruption, and we are in the midst of seeing a huge amount of new entrepreneurs which will drive this movement forward.
So you're saying that more the merrier in terms of more players who are able to experiment, try new ideas, disrupt new ways. So the market is open, the game is open for anyone to come and experiment, because we have the basic infrastructure in place.
Yeah, so you have a public infrastructure, and that's the great thing about India, that the public infrastructure of Aadhaar and UPI is a public, and it allows many private sector players to innovate. Our infrastructure is not owned by Alipay. Our infrastructure is not owned by Google or Facebook. It's a public infrastructure, and that provides you the possibility of a huge amount of private-public play on top of that public infrastructure. And that is why you have some of the brightest young Indians in the field of financial technology innovating. The great amount of new products will keep coming in as you go.
Tidhar was moderating just now, and I heard both of you, but is the aim then that cash is enemy? We have to eliminate cash in the ecosystem, or both cash and digital transaction will have to coexist as per Mr. Amitabh Kant?
So we are a UN partnership promoting the shift from cash to digital payments as means for development and inclusive growth. We're not looking into abolishing cash, we're looking into bringing people more opportunities and more options. And as Mr. Kant mentioned, India has emerged as an unprecedented global leader on this issue of digital and cashless payments. And one of the reasons is both the infrastructure, the public investment, but also very strong political leadership. And what we see now that a lot of countries are looking to reap the same benefits that India has reaped, meaning better transparency, better service delivery, cutting costs. I mean, the DBT digitization has already saved over $9 billion in the space of 3 years, and others now want to learn from India and apply some of those lessons in their own countries.
Mr. Khan, let me close by asking you this one final thing. For India, public infrastructure is owned by the public, but you would welcome the Indian market is open for anyone to come and innovate, or would you again have some sort of a regulatory play there? Because less regulation, the better innovation.
No. The market is open. Market is open for everyone. We believe in allowing everybody to come and compete, and let the market decide who will be the winner and who will go bust.
As always, very progressive. Thank you both for joining us, and thank you. You're watching FB Dialogue. Thank you, Mr. Khan.